Is the past truly in the past, or is it about to stir up drama once more? Song Joong-ki breaks his silence after Song Hye Kyo officially confirms her romance with Lee Min-ho. The unexpected love triangle has taken fans by storm. Now everyone is asking, what does Song Joong-ki really think? Join red carpet revealed as we dive into the truth behind the headlines and uncover the emotions behind the stars. Let's find out now. Love isn't something you forget, especially when the world watched you fall into it. When Song Joong-ki and Song Hye Kyo fell in love on screen in Descendants of the Sun, millions fell with them. Their whirlwind romance turned into a real-life fairy tale, culminating in a grand wedding in 2017. But as quickly as it bloomed, it withered. Their divorce 2 years later stunned fans worldwide. Since then, both stars have gone their separate ways, embracing new projects, new lives, and, as of now, new loves. In a shocking twist that set the entertainment world ablaze, Song Hye Kyo recently confirmed her relationship with none other than Lee Min-ho, the charismatic, ever-elegant actor famed for his roles in Boys Over Flowers and The King, Eternal Monarch. While the internet buzzed with celebration, speculation, and scrutiny, one voice remained absent: Song Joong-ki's. Until now. In an emotionally charged moment that captivated millions, Song Joong-ki finally broke his silence. No press conference, no official statement. Just a quiet, candid conversation that unfolded like a diary entry being read aloud. It was raw. It was honest. And it shook his fans, and perhaps his past, to the core. Whispers before the words. Before diving into his response, it's important to understand the silence. Song Joong-ki has long been known for his grace under pressure, a quiet force in the tumultuous world of fame. Friends close to him, speaking anonymously, noted that he was aware of the rumors between Hye Kyo and Min-ho months before the news broke. But knowing and seeing are two different things. He took it with calm, one source revealed. But inside, it stirred something deeper. Not jealousy, not regret, but reflection. Reflection, indeed. The memories of their time together were never tabloid fodder. They shared inside jokes, quiet nights after long shoots, and whispered promises behind closed doors. Silence wasn't a dismissal, it was a tribute to a past that once meant everything. A voice finally heard. On a crisp Seoul morning, Song Joong-ki sat down for a rare, intimate interview with red carpet revealed. Dressed simply in a gray sweater and jeans, there was no trace of the dazzling general from Descendants or the corporate shark from Vincenzo. Just a man, a little older, perhaps wiser, and ready to speak. Heard it through the headlines, he admitted, voice steady. I won't lie and say it didn't shake me, not because of who she's with, because of what we once shared. Paused, letting the silence breathe between sentences. When two people fall in love in front of the world, they become symbols. And when they break, people forget they were real. We were real. The internet reacts. As clips of the interview surfaced online, the response was immediate and impassioned. Fans flooded social media platforms with messages of support, some emotional, others reflective. You can feel his sincerity. This is the closure we needed as fans. One user commented, he's not throwing shade. He's being honest, and it makes me respect him even more. But the real surprise came from the reactions of those closest to him. Family, the hidden pillars. Song Joong-ki's family has rarely stepped into the public spotlight. But behind closed doors, they've been his anchor through the storm. His older brother, a professor in Jeon, reportedly teared up after watching the interview. Our family saw what the world didn't. Family member disclosed. The heartbreak, the rebuilding. He never spoke ill of her, not once. That's the kind of man he is. His mother, known for her reserved demeanor, reportedly called him afterward and simply said, I'm proud of your heart. A message without bitterness. What made Joong-ki's message so compelling was not just what he said, but what he didn't. There was no bitterness, no veiled sarcasm. Instead, he offered something few expected: well wishes. If she's happy, then I'm happy for her, he said, eyes not avoiding the camera. We shared a beautiful part of our lives together. Now it's her turn to find joy, and mine too. It wasn't just closure, it was grace in its purest form. Major news outlets picked up the story, and for once, it wasn't tabloid gossip or celebrity drama. It was a narrative of maturity, healing, and unexpected dignity. Talk shows praised Joong for his vulnerability. Public figures referenced his words during speeches. University students debated emotional closure in relationships through the lens of this very interview. For a culture that often tiptoes around emotional confrontation, Joong's courage opened a new door. It felt like he was speaking not just for himself, one viewer shared on a podcast, but for everyone who's ever loved, lost, had to move on in silence. The man behind the actor. In the interview, Joong stepped away from the public eye for a week. No social media posts. No press releases. He was spotted walking his dog near Han River, alone, bundled in a cap and mask. Some fans respected his space. Others left flowers and handwritten notes at his agency's gate. It wasn't adoration. It was solidarity. He later posted a quiet Instagram photo, just a shot of the river at sunrise. The caption? A new day, every day. Inside the industry. Behind the scenes, fellow actors and directors voiced admiration. Actor Park Bo-gum, a close friend, posted Joong's interview clip with the words, "Proud to know this man." Veteran actress Kim Hye-soo called his message a reminder that strength can be soft-spoken. Even Lee Min-ho, in a rare move, reportedly sent a private message thanking Joong for his grace. While the message remains private, letters suggest it was a note of mutual respect. A small but powerful gesture that put an end to imagined rivalry. Song Hye Kyo responds. After days of silence, Song Hye Kyo posted a story on Instagram. I quote, "Simple. Poignant. Some chapters end not with a period, but with a breath." She didn't mention names. She didn't have to. The world understood. And while her relationship with Lee Min-ho continues to draw headlines, her quiet acknowledgement of the past resonated with sincerity. The future of Song Joong. As Joong prepares for a new international film, and speculate on whether this emotional wave will shape his next role. But those close to him say his focus isn't on crafting an image, it's on living truthfully. He wants to act with more honesty than ever before, said his director on the upcoming project. Because now, he knows what it means to carry a story inside. Rumors swirl about Joong potentially writing a memoir or producing a documentary about public love and private pain. While he hasn't confirmed anything, his team hasn't denied it either. For now, though, he walks forward, not away from the past, but through it. Love, redefined. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, he said in the final moments of his interview. It means making space for new light. As fans watch him navigate this new dawn, they're reminded that even the most public hearts still beat in private. And that healing, real healing, is a story worth telling. Joong's journey from heartbreak to hope isn't just his own. It belongs to everyone who's dared to love and lost, only to rise and love again. And somewhere between the silence and the sunrise, we found a man who reminded us all. Sometimes, closure isn't the end, it's the beginning.